Hi, this is Duchess Robinson from 8 by 10 Designs, DuchessPro.com, and a host of others that we will have discussions in our podcast. But today I sound better than I did in the last podcast. That was horrible. I couldn't even really speak, but just to dive in and to give, my thoughts about hosting and domain. That is one of the most essential products that you will have to to this website, in this internet and online real estate that you will have your domain, your SSL certificate, and your hosting. But like anything else, what I've done over the years, I have fallen in and out of love with domain and hosting platforms. I remember when I just loved GoDaddy until GoDaddy had so many viruses in their email, and even for clients that I literally had to go in, and if you asked them to clean it, it was like almost $1,000. So they want you to buy, they upsell you a lot. I fell out of love with GoDaddy. Then I had one on one Inez. I fell in love with that platform. It was good until it was time for renewal. And that's when you had a lot of issues with the renewal. And they would renew you early, and it would be additional fees that they didn't even talk about. So I fell out of love with that. There's been a couple of platforms that I've been in and out of love with. So Namecheap has been one of the platforms that I've used the longest. I do like the ease. I like the C panel, which is very easy to use. Everything is in front of you, similar to other C panels, but without all of the issues. Basically, in my opinion, it is the pay less of GoDaddy. Um, Not that they're giving you cheap services, but they're not overcharging you like GoDaddy. GoDaddy for hosting and SSL, you're looking at $200 to $300, and even some people I see pay $400 a year, which is astronomical for getting the same thing with Namecheap. So what I wind up doing, I packed up, moved from one and one, and I moved over to Namecheap. And I've been living with Namecheap for the past 6 or 7 years, and I really haven't had a problem with them at all. I still don't have a problem with them. I'll talk about it in terms of real estate. It's really a nice area. I like the people. I like the surrounding. I know what I'm paying for. They alert to you what you're paying for. You're not spending an excess amount of money. You have a nice platform. However, I still have love for Namecheap, but now I find myself falling in love with Hostinger. And I began to do my semi breakup with Namecheap. Like Namecheap, it's like Namecheap, you're the nice guy, but I want a little bit more action with you. I want a little bit more. So now I'm looking at Hostinger, and I'm gonna tell you why Hostinger is becoming my favorite. With a lot of the AI technology, Hostinger is becoming literally the forefront of vibe coding, hosting for developers and general people, because they have a good VPS and it's not expensive for systems if you're doing workflows and everything else like that. Namecheap, you can pay the money for it, but you don't get a lot of the tools that you would get with Hostinger. Hostinger actually has a connection with NAN with workflows built directly into their hosting. So you get that automatically. You can log in, you can do your update. It has its own terminal built into the system. I am geeked out. It is the ultimate dream for developers, web developers, app developers, desktop developers, vibe coders, AI enthusiasts. Hostinger is becoming that system, that platform. So before the new year, I decided, okay, I'm going to build in so much the speed that inside of their dashboard, which I would put in a number of plugins because I like to use WordPress. You can see the speed by Google of your website directly into your dashboard of your Hostinger. That right there, even though it's minimum, it's a breath of fresh air. It's so much. It's being able to refresh your dashboard when you're doing something. When you are all right. Case in point, I decided, okay, what I am going to do is bring over one of my defunct domains, and I took it down because the hosting had issues with Namecheap. And what do I mean? Because it was an e-commerce website and I had it in shared hosting, it limited how many products I could have, especially connecting any drop shipping platforms to it. It made it very hard. And I would get an email stating that I was using up. Now, I could go up to the next level, but that would be more money. And I just didn't have the time. And I didn't want to go through the whole issue. So I picked up that domain that's sitting in my Namecheap, and I came over to my Hostinger, which I can host up to 50 websites, and I've paid for the year. And so what I like about it, they added some of the old things that you can do with platform and hosting. So you can add a website. It has two buttons when you go in here. It's so simplistic. You have one that says migrate website, so I can migrate a website, or I can add a website. And when I add a website, it gives me the option to do WordPress. I can build it with its own AI vibe coder, Horizon. I can use the Hostinger drop and drag website builder. If I'm building an app, I can deploy it directly to the platform under custom PHP and HTML website, and then I can do web apps with the Node.js web app. I can deploy it from GitHub directly. Easy, one click. So the domain is in Namecheap. And I have this dynamic. So I clicked on, let me go ahead and click on WordPress. Let me see how this looks. See how I can do this. Let me see the ease of it. And it gives you the option of connecting it with a temporary domain. So I did that. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Done. Ease. One click, two click, website, platform up and running. When you're on the dashboard, Hostinger has its own plugin specifically for WordPress, its own tools. So I seen it again. I seen connect domain. Oh, now before, so let me give you an idea. When you are looking to have one domain into one hosting and another hosting, two separate platforms and two separate companies, you would have to go through a series of changing the DNS record, or you can change some other things to get the domain pointed, the address pointed towards the hosting, and then you would have to buy an SSL certificate, or if you're like me and don't ever want to buy SSL certificates, you would go to Cloudflare and connect it that way. So for people just listening, it would be just a tedious amount of work. It wasn't hard, but it was tedious. And then you would have to deal with making sure when you change the DNS, it connects directly with the email, and you would have to change the MX records and stuff like that. Okay, well, I clicked on that button, connect domain, and went to the next screen. It says, here's the DNS records. Go in and change the DNS records. I did that. Boom, boom. Came back, still on the screen. Refresh. So I refreshed it just to see how fast it would be. Waited about 5 to 8 minutes. Boom. Domain hooked together automatically. Wait a minute. I don't have to change anything else. It's up and going, and the SSL is already wrapped into it. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Pitter patters. That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling pitter patters. Are you kidding me? Did that just happen? Okay. So on my left hand panel, under website, it says website list, WordPress add-ons, migrate websites. Then it has the domains. Gives you all of the stuff with the domains. The aesthetics of the Hostinger platform is just incredible. For people who are not me, that's just, happy just to the technical stuff, it is the pricing. The pricing in itself is reasonable, and you're getting good quality. You're getting a website that's not going to drag when you add things to it. You're it, One of the things that I like about it, the domain, you can go to the dashboard directly to that, and it gives you to run the speed, the resources that you have used, you know, connecting to make sure your domain is connected. And it says free email setup, file manager, database. Its cPanel is better. The cPanel is better. Well, this platform is better than cPanel. I went in and I can see the dashboard of the website, and it's saying, when it was created, the name, and has the green lock to let me know the SSL certificate. It has a button that says transfer in when I'm ready to transfer it in. It shows that, it is registered with another provider. On the screen, it's telling me, hosting is active. I have free email, and my backups are daily. This is cool. I have the cache buttons on here. I have the database and the file managers just to click on it. It says, speed your website up. I don't have to do that right now. Manage all, transfer your domain to Hostinger. If I click on that, let me see how much it's going to cost me. I would have to unlock it, and it's going to cost me about $10. That's about it. So at the point when I'm ready to do that, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start moving, packing my stuff up, packing it up, saying, okay, name cheap, it's been real. For me, with clients to have, and I'll probably wind up adding the bigger bundle after that, after I, shift around and see how it's doing, look around, look under the hood, look under, open the curtains a little bit inside of there. When I'm hosting things with my clients, and I'm doing it currently, now I can set up the website so easily. Give them the demo because it'll automatically create it. I don't have to do all of that. It'll give them the domain, the domain for them to go back and look at the website. All I would have to do is for that client is set up their hosting, or they can host it on my own platform, and it's one click migration. Before I would have to go through everything. I would have to take the website, back it up, create different little things just in case there's an issue in a transfer. Here, let's just switch it over. This is built for 2026. Hostinger, and no, they're not paying me, but I'll probably send them an email on this particular podcast. What's probably going to happen is I'm going to move everything over. Claim your free email. So it gives you a free email. Reach subscribers. Yes, you do have the upselling, but the upselling is always New Year's sale is on. So I'm looking, if I wanted to upgrade it to the next, it would be additional amount of money, of course. Let's see what it's telling me. If I decided to upgrade it, it would minus $59 would be for me to do it to upload to the next level. Oh goodness, this would give me almost any and everything I wanted, and it would cost me an additional $84. Next year it'll tell you what it would renew for per month, which would be much more, of course. But this is truly a great plan. So the next plan, it would be, because this is a sale, it gives you standard WooCommerce. It gives you a dedicated IP address, priority support, 100, 2,000 files and directory inodes. I got, no, this is 2 million. I'm sorry. This comes with 5 email boxes per website, one free for 1 year. So I know, because it's showing me exactly what I'm going to pay for and what the number is going to look like next year. Which, because of what's going on with AI and everything else like that, that's not going to be a problem, because I can't go back. It's like you have good food, you can't go back to anything that's subpar. Like, you know, if you're used to eating luxury food, you'll have a hard time going back to TV dinners. Not anything that's wrong with TV dinners, but you understand what I'm saying. It also comes with its own analytics. And I can look at it per, wow, I just put this up. I haven't even finished it. It has 166 total requests. Yeah, I got to build this website up. That one is for my son. I can look at the CDN. I can look at, the AI troubleshooter that's built in each website. Just by clicking it, it'll run the speed for me. It'll tell me, a few minutes. I'm gonna run the speed test. I'm gonna do analytics on this one website, and it's running pretty quickly. It tells me everything that I know: my billing, my services, The Horizon product for vibe coding is absolutely wonderful for a developer, the ease of it. So, again, in 2026, my recommendation for new businesses coming in and the potential to scale and to get a high quality website where you would have to pay if you want go to GoDaddy, you would literally have to pay their highest tier to get what you're getting here, and you wouldn't even get half of the stuff that they have going. This is a hosting client for the coming years, and the integration with AI inside of it is not just something that's just clunked in there. It's actually usable. It's actually good. It does a lot. So, looking at the website, good performances on both sides. It'll give you the performance on the mobile version versus the desktop. I'm going into the, oh wow, the PHP configuration is very easy. You don't have to look around. It's already here. You have the Git. You have I can generate SSH keys. I can do hot link protections. I can do cron jobs. I can do all kinds of stuff. So again, if you're a new business coming in and you're starting, I would suggest that if you're looking for hosting, and what you get on a basic version from Hostinger is so much more than you can get for the premium version of any of the other platforms out there that goes for GoDaddy, Namecheap, Bluehost, and any other. You're getting so much. So, again, this is Duchess Robinson. Thank you for listening. Happy New Year.